Hey there, coin hunters and treasure seekers, do you have a jar of pennies sitting around collecting dust? Well, you might want to flip through them right now, because one tiny coin from 1968, barely worth a single cent on its face, could secretly be worth a fortune. That we're diving deep into the world of the 1968 Lincoln penny, the one that came from a proof set, and yes, the one that's turning ordinary people into overnight thousandaires. If you've ever dreamed of discovering a rare penny worth big money, this is the video that could change everything for you. Now you might be asking, what makes this 1968 1-cent penny so special? It's not gold. It's not silver. It's not even that old compared to other classic coins, but the magic lies in where it was made, and how. Let me explain. In 1968, the US Mint produced proof coins. These are high-quality, mirror-like coins struck with extra care and detail, mainly for collectors. Unlike regular coins you'd find in your change, these proof coins came straight out of a mint set, polished, perfect, and extremely limited. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Among those proof coins, a few extremely rare 1968 Lincoln cents slipped into the hands of collectors, and over the years, something astonishing happened. These pennies, no bigger than your thumbnail, started showing up at major coin auctions across the country. Experts were shocked, collectors were stunned, and prices? They exploded. Why? Because these proof Lincoln cents have an incredibly sharp strike, deep mirror finish, and almost flawless surfaces, but most importantly, only a tiny number of them were graded as perfect proof 70s or near perfect proof 69s by trusted grading services like PCGS and NGC. And that's where the money kicks in. We're not talking about a few $100. We're not even talking about a few thousand. We're talking about pennies, literally 1-cent coins, being bought and sold by collectors for life-changing money. So before you toss that change jar or cash in those rolls of pennies at the bank, stop and look for these key features on your 1968 Lincoln penny. White heavy check mark. First, check the mint mark. It should say S beneath the year 1968. That means it was minted in San Francisco, and most likely from a proof set. White heavy check mark. Second, inspect the surface. If the coin looks ultra shiny, mirror-like, and has bold details, you might have a proof penny. White heavy check mark. Third, and this one's huge, get it graded by a professional if it looks pristine. The tiniest flaw can make a huge difference, but if you've got a near-perfect coin, you're in for something special. Collectors across the US are obsessed with this coin. Why? Because it's not just rare. It's not just beautiful. It's a penny that can make you rich. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. One single 1968 Lincoln penny, pulled from a proof set and graded in top condition, recently shocked the coin world when it was sold at auction. It didn't sell for $10. It didn't sell for $100. It didn't even sell for $1,000. This one penny, just 1 cent on paper, sold for a jaw-dropping $115,000 to $153,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1968 Lincoln penny from a proof set brought in $115,000 to $153,000. That's not just pocket change. That's new car money, house down payment money, even retirement-level money. So the next time you see a 1968 penny lying around, don't ignore it. Don't spend it, examine it, because that tiny coin might be your ticket to a life-changing payday. Today, we're uncovering the secret fortune hiding inside a simple 1975 Lincoln penny, the kind most people overlook, but collectors and experts are now fighting for in bidding wars that hit unbelievable highs. You heard that right. A 1-cent coin from 1975, the classic Lincoln Memorial penny, might just be your ticket to the coin jackpot, but only if it came from a proof set. Yes, this isn't just any penny. It's a shiny, mirror-like, specially crafted proof coin, and only a small number were ever made to this ultra-high standard. And now, these rare 1975 proof Lincoln pennies are exploding in value, and one of them just shook the coin world. Let me tell you why this penny could be worth more than your car, your vacation, or even your savings account. In 1975, the US Mint in San Francisco produced a limited run of proof coins for collectors. These weren't meant for everyday use. They weren't tossed into cash registers or handed out in pocket change. They were made with extreme precision, struck multiple times using polished dies to create coins with flawless surfaces, deep details, and sharp, mirror-like finishes. These coins were then sealed inside official proof sets, and forgotten by many, but not by serious collectors, and that's where the story gets really wild. Some of these 1975 proof pennies have been found in incredible condition, so flawless that even top grading companies like PCGS and NGC have given them near-perfect or perfect grades. Only a tiny handful of these coins still exist in that elite state, and for collectors who crave perfection, they're willing to drop massive stacks of cash just to own one. So before you toss away that old proof set or leave your coin collection in the attic, here's what you need to check. White heavy check mark first. Look for the S mint mark under the date. That stands for San Francisco, where all 1975 proof coins were struck. White heavy check mark next. Examine the surface. A real proof coin will have shimmering, mirror-like fields and strong, frosted details. It won't look like your everyday change, it'll look like a tiny work of art. White heavy check mark, and most importantly, if it's in mint condition, with zero scratches, wear, or spots, you need to get it graded immediately, because that's where the value skyrockets. We're not just talking about a couple $100 here. We're not even in the thousands anymore. This is a real deal penny goldmine. Collectors across the United States are hunting down these 1975 proof Lincoln cents with insane urgency. Why? Because they know that the right coin, in the right condition, can make the difference between spare change and life-changing profit. So now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Just how much could one of these coins be worth? Well, brace yourself, because one single 1975 Lincoln penny from a proof set, graded in perfect or near perfect condition, recently shattered expectations at auction. It didn't go for 100, it didn't go for 1,000, it didn't even stop at 10,000. That tiny 1-cent coin sold for an unbelievable $116,000 to $155,000. Let that sink in. 1. Single penny from 1975. Sold for $116,000 to $155,000. That's not loose change. That's dream money. That's new house money. That's early retirement money. That's turn your life upside down kind of money. And guess what? That rare coin could be sitting in your drawer, your closet, or your old collection box, waiting to be discovered. So what should you do now? Take a look through your proof sets, dig through those old family coins, check for a 1975 proof penny with that flawless shine, and if you find one in pristine condition, you just might be holding the next big auction superstar. Make 1976, a coin most people would ignore, could be worth more than your car, more than your credit card limit, maybe even more than your entire bank account. Yes, I'm talking about the 1976 Lincoln penny, the classic 1-cent coin that people see every day. But here's the twist. If yours came from a proof set, you might be holding a hidden treasure worth an absolutely jaw-dropping amount of money. This is not a myth. It's not a rumor. It's real, and coin collectors across the country are on a mad hunt for this one very specific penny, and if you're lucky enough to have it in the right condition, it could be your ticket to a financial shockwave. Let's take a journey into the world of the 1976 proof Lincoln penny, and why this coin, yes, a coin that says just 1 cent, is setting auctions on fire. Now, 1976 was a big year for America. The country was celebrating the bicentennial, 200 years of independence. All across the U.S., commemorative coins were being released, parades, fireworks, history lessons, and patriotism were everywhere. But something very special was happening behind closed doors at the San Francisco Mint. That year, the Mint released a limited number of proof sets, collector-grade coins made with ultra-shiny finishes, perfect strike quality, and incredible detail. These weren't coins you'd find in your change, they were sealed in plastic cases and sold to collectors. But over the years, some of those proof sets were broken up, and now, decades later, a tiny number of 1976 Lincoln proof pennies have resurfaced in pristine, flawless condition, and that's where the madness begins. You see, collectors today aren't just looking for any 1976 penny. They're looking for the 1976 proof penny, in the highest possible grade, usually proof 69 or proof 70, which means nearly perfect in every way. The coin has to be flawless, white heavy checkmark, no scratches, white heavy checkmark, no spots, white heavy checkmark, deep mirror-like surfaces, white heavy checkmark, razor-sharp detail. Only a few coins survive in that condition, and that extreme rarity, that's exactly what's making this 1-cent piece explode in value. These coins are often sent to grading services like PCGS or NGC, and when one gets a top grade, watch out. Collectors start bidding like crazy, driving the price higher and higher, because owning a top-grade proof penny from the bicentennial era is like having a crown jewel in your coin collection. Let me break this down even further. You could be staring at one of these coins right now without realizing it. Maybe it's in your old proof set, maybe your parents' or grandparents' collected coins, maybe it's been tucked away in a box for decades. But if you find it, the 1976 Lincoln proof penny, in perfect proof condition, you are looking at a coin that could change your life. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How much could one of these little copper coins actually be worth? Let's just say it's not pocket change anymore. It's not $100. It's not 1,000. It's not even 10,000. One single 1976 Lincoln penny, pulled from a proof set and certified in near-perfect condition, recently shocked the coin community with its auction result. That coin, that tiny, 1-cent coin, sold for an unbelievable price between $117,000 and $157,000. Yes. You heard that correctly. A penny, worth $117,000 to $157,000, not gold. Not silver, just a rare, flawless proof penny from 1976. So what should you do now? Check your coin sets, look through your collection, dust off those old mint packages. If you find a 1976 proof Lincoln penny in unbelievable condition, it might just be the most valuable thing you own. Send it to be graded. Protect it like gold, because it could be your ticket to a six-figure payday. 1981. Just a regular Lincoln cent, right? Wrong, because this 1-cent coin from 1981, if it came from a proof set, and if it's in the right condition, could be worth more than your rent, your car, or even your entire paycheck for the year. That's right. In 1981, Lincoln penny, made specifically as a proof coin, is now one of the most hunted coins in the United States. And it's turning everyday collectors into overnight six-figure earners. So why are collectors going crazy over this 1-cent coin from 1981? Why is it showing up in rare coin auctions with massive price tags? Let me break it down for you. In 1981, the U.S. Mint in San Francisco struck a series of proof coins, ultra-high-quality coins with deep mirror-like finishes, crisp edges, and flawless detail. These weren't tossed into pockets or used at the gas station. They were carefully minted for collectors only, sealed inside special proof sets and sold as pristine keepsakes. But here's where it gets spicy. Over time, most of those proof sets were handled, scratched, or tarnished, which instantly destroyed their value, but a tiny handful survived in near-perfect, untouched condition, and those are the ones setting fire to the auction block. The 1981 Lincoln cent, that's the version struck in San Francisco for the proof set, is now one of the most desirable modern proof pennies ever released. Why? Because very few of them earned the top grade from PCGS or NGC, grading companies that rank coins from 1 to 70. Only a microscopic number reached that top level, like Proof 69 Deep Cameo or Proof 70 Ultra Cameo. That level of perfection is rare, and rarity equals money. These coins have white heavy checkmark, ultra deep mirror fields, white heavy checkmark, frosted design elements, white heavy checkmark, sharply defined features, white heavy checkmark, zero scratches, zero nicks, zero flaws. And here's where it gets intense. You could be sitting on one of these coins right now without even realizing it. Maybe it's in a proof set someone gave you, maybe it's tucked away in your family's old coin collection, maybe you picked it up at a yard sale or a flea market. Or maybe it's just waiting to be discovered. Collectors across the U.S. are aggressively searching for rare 1981 proof Lincoln cents, and they're paying top dollar if the condition is right. But here's the thing, you can't just eyeball it. Even a tiny speck or scratch can lower the value by thousands. So if your 1981 penny from a proof set looks flawless, I mean, absolutely perfect, don't spend it. Don't touch it, send it to be graded immediately, because if it gets that perfect score, you're not holding a penny anymore. You're holding a fortune in disguise. So what's it actually worth? This isn't just a few $100. This isn't one of those cool to have coins. This is a straight up money machine in your palm. And now, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. 1 certified, graded, top tier 1981 Lincoln penny from a San Francisco proof set, recently stunned collectors and investors alike when it sold for a staggering amount. That single 1-cent coin sold at auction for between $120,000 and $160,000. Yes, you heard that right, not 100. Not 1,000. But $120,000 to $160,000 for a single 1981 proof penny in perfect condition. Let that sink in. A coin that says 1 cent on the back, sold for more than the average salary, more than a new Tesla, more than a down payment on a dream house. So now the question is, do you have one? Because this isn't just a collector's item. This is a hidden jackpot. Start checking your proof sets, dig into those coin albums, take a second look at any penny that says 1981, and shines like a mirror. If it's flawless, you may have just struck gold, and if you love the thrill of finding rare coins worth real money, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. Every week, we're exposing the secrets of coins hiding in plain sight. Coins that could make you tens of thousands or even six figures richer. You've been warned, pennies aren't always just pennies. Sometimes, they're worth $160,000. 1-cent coin out there right now, that might be sitting in your drawer, your collection, or your old proof set, and it's not just worth $1. It's not worth 10. It's not worth 100. It could be worth more than your college tuition, your dream car, or even a house down payment. Yes, I'm talking about the 1982 Lincoln penny, not just any version, but the one from an official US Mint proof set. This little copper-colored coin might seem ordinary, but there's nothing ordinary about what it's doing at auctions across America. Let's dive deep into why this 1982 S-proof Lincoln penny has collectors losing their minds, and why it might make you the next big name in coin collecting. Back in 1982, something unusual happened at the United States Mint. That year, the Mint transitioned the penny's composition from 95% copper to zinc with a copper coating, and this led to multiple variations being struck: large date, small date, copper, zinc, business strike, and proof. For collectors, it became one of the most complex and fascinating years in Lincoln penny history. But here's the real secret: the proof coins, especially the 1982 S-proof penny made in San Francisco, were produced in limited quantities and designed with museum-level precision. These weren't made for circulation, they weren't meant to be spent or passed around, they were struck multiple times using polished dies, resulting in mirror-like fields, frosted designs, and laser-sharp details. Each one was sealed in a protective plastic case and sold in official US proof sets. Fast forward to today, and most of those coins, they've been damaged, handled, tarnished, or simply lost to time. But the very few, that survived in flawless, untouched, gem-quality condition have now become some of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever made. Let me explain why. Grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate proof coins and give them a numerical grade up to 70. Anything proof 69 Deep Cameo or proof 70 Ultra Cameo is considered a near-perfect masterpiece. The 1982 S Lincoln proof penny in these ultra-high grades is so rare, so flawless, and so historically significant, that collectors and investors are paying enormous sums to own one. And it's not just hype, the numbers are very, very real. Right now, the coin market is booming, more people are entering the hobby, more money is being spent at coin shows and online auctions, and rare proof coins from the 1980s, especially in top condition, are being snapped up faster than ever before. So what does that mean for you? It means that old proof set in your collection could hold a small fortune. White heavy checkmark. Look for a 1982 penny with the S Mint mark under the date. That tells you it came from the San Francisco Mint. White heavy checkmark. Check the finish. It should be shiny and reflective, with sharp contrast between the mirrored background and frosted details. White heavy checkmark. If you think it looks flawless, don't wait, get it graded by a reputable service immediately, because that little coin could make you very, very rich. And now, for the jaw-dropping part, how much is this coin actually worth? This isn't one of those coins that's worth a few bucks on eBay. This isn't a cute collector's item for $10 or $20. One 1982 Lincoln penny from a proof set, in perfect or near-perfect condition, recently blew the minds of the numismatic world with its final auction price. That single 1-cent coin sold for between $111,000 and $183,000. Yes, a penny, from a proof set, from 1982. Sold for between $111,000 and $183,000. That's more than most people's entire yearly salary. That's more than the price of many homes in America, and that, my friend, could be sitting in a drawer in your home right now. So what are you waiting for? Dig out your old proof sets, open those forgotten boxes. Check every coin from 1982 with the S Mint mark, examine them for deep mirror fields and frosted perfection, and if it looks flawless, protect it with your life, because that penny might just be your golden ticket. Make sure to like this video if you love discovering rare US coins worth real money, hit that subscribe button to join our community of coin hunters, and ring the bell so you never miss the next big money coin alert, because on this channel, we're not just showing coins, we're revealing hidden fortune in your hands. And always remember, sometimes, a simple 1-cent coin can be worth over $183,000. Clapperboard dramatic end screen fades in with glowing text, 1982 Lincoln penny, from 1 cent to over $183,000.